Well, for the new people that have just come, welcome. We're going to be talking about OnPassive, and Robin is going to give us a presentation about OnPassive. And you're going to hear some really unique things you haven't heard before. And I think when you hear what OnPassive is doing, you're actually going to find a way forward if you've been looking for a way to build residual income to actually do that. And not only that, but actually build wealth. Between Marty, Dan, and I, and Robin, there's not a question you can't ask that we can answer. And obviously, when Robin gets done with her presentation, I'll have a couple of things to say. And then we'll turn it over to you all, those new people that are here. And you can come in and ask any questions you want. Like I said, as Robin does her presentation, you're going to hear things you've never heard before. And OnPassive is one of those rare opportunities that I believe only comes around once in a lifetime. And as you start to look at OnPassive, you're going to understand that the individual that developed and built OnPassive, he really did it for us, to give us a way forward, to come online, to take care of our families, take care of ourselves, and build that lifestyle that perhaps you've only dreamt about up to now. So it's some really interesting things happening. I think we were supposed to start around 6:30, but that's okay. Marty's trying to get Pam in here, and it's really hard to do anything without Pam. She's kind of the anchor that holds us together. But Robin will be coming on just a little bit and going over OnPassive. It is the business we are going to be talking about. And like I said, as we get deeper into what OnPassive is, what they're doing, how they're structured, you're going to get excited, not for the panel that's on this webinar, but for yourself. You'll actually have a way forward. And Dan he comes from the medical field, and I know Dan, when he first came into OnPassive, he had some criteria that he was trying to meet. And Dan, tell him about the medical industry and then coming into OnPassive and what that did for you.
Okay, well, we got Pam here now. Why don't we bring Pam in first, and I'll talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
Hey, Pam.
Hi, Pam. How are you?
Hi, guys. How's it going? I'm so sorry I had the wrong link. I couldn't get in.
That's okay. It happens to me all the time. Marty has to bring me in by hand.
So bad then. Well, welcome to everyone. I have got, oh my goodness, we've got a whole bunch of participants. I'm going to say welcome really quickly to everyone. I think tonight, because we're already running late, sorry about that, I won't go through all the names, and that way we can get going more promptly. But
I kind of gave them a little introduction to what we were going to do, Pam, so we're in pretty good shape.
Oh, good. Okay, this is awesome. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate that. First of all, though, I really want to welcome Dan Street, Mike Ellis, Robin Noble, and Marty DeGarmo. We are so fortunate to have all you people on as our leadership council. It's like pretty exciting. And you've all taught us so much. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Robin. She's been a friend of mine for, I don't even know exactly, 3 or 4 years. She introduced OnPassive to me, and I really I wasn't certain what I was getting into. We were in a different multi-level marketing, well, different. We were in a multi-level marketing business, and she sent a message and said, anybody want to increase their clientele? There's a marketing program that I've come across. So I went ahead and I signed up. $97. I wasn't worried about it. And about the money, I had no idea what I was getting into. None. But as time progressed and I realized technology is huge. The internet there is not one person that owns a phone that doesn't use the internet daily. And with the help and thanks to Ashmi Farah, we have got something really incredible in our hands, and it just keeps moving forward faster and faster and getting more and more exciting. Anyway,
And just a little bit about me. I had the good fortune of working on cruise ships for 20 years. I traveled around the world. I visited over 200 countries, and I was doing and living the life of my dreams. In 2004, there was a very serious accident, and my career came to a halt, a very abrupt halt. In seconds, my life changed. And I was left with visible and invisible disabilities. At that point, not only was my life affected, but that of my family. And I had to find a way, first of all, to find a new reason truly for continuing and finding hope where there was none at that particular point in time. But I was also looking for something that I could do. With the challenges that I had, I was not able to go back into the conventional workforce. And I missed it. I missed being part of life. I missed being part of people's daily activities, and I missed working. And so I set about trying to find a business in an industry that I knew absolutely nothing about, and it was called MLM and direct sales. Well, the long and the short of that segment of this particular information piece is that I failed miserably. I did find some excellent products, I did find some good companies, but I was not able to do what was needed and necessary to recruit. I wanted to help people through the health products that I found, but I was not able to sustain and build the teams that were required. I didn't have the money to pay the monthly necessary amounts, either in product or fees and anything else, to be able to grow according to what was expected of me and of us in a team within a conventional network marketing company. I searched. I really did. I looked high and low. And then I started to change my own thought forms. And I started asking to be shown a company that would actually do it for me. I wasn't being lazy with that request. I was actually wanting to have something that would help people in my situation, with people who were not able to work for whatever reason. But laziness was certainly not part of that equation. And I hoped that something would quite literally fall into my lap. And I knew I was being unrealistic in these expectations, but nevertheless, I still thought something would come through and it was possible. In January 2019, I was introduced to this company called ONPASSIVE. And I had the pleasure of listening to our CEO speak from his heart regarding a business that he was creating that was going to change how it helped people, how it was going to turn the world topsy-turvy, and it was going to be something that people would find in a way completely out of the box to what they had been experiencing. The name of the company is called ONPASSIVE. And we all have choices in our life. You, thankfully, and we appreciate you, have made a choice to be here with us this evening. I made a choice in January of 2019 to join the company. And I have only grown in knowledge, in ability, in friendships, and in knowledge about this company and about the artificial intelligence and the internet technology that is out there, because that is exactly what this company is all about. Artificial intelligence, internet technology, IIT, and how it is going to change our lives by running businesses for us, helping us in a time when we had nothing and no thought of a pandemic. And yet, what has come out of this pandemic? People have lost their jobs. People have lost their ability to produce. They are fearful of what is happening. The schools have closed down. Stores have closed. As I said, jobs have been lost. And everything and so much has turned to online and business and the internet. Network marketing industries are still out there. Some are being successful. Traffic. The traffic is going to be the most important part of all of this tonight in terms of how we can resurrect the industries and our lives after the pandemic. How do we bring people to our businesses? How do we create and enhance our businesses? How do we let people know that we are back in business? And this is something that coming online and working with this company called ONPASSIVE is going to help us and help so many people around the world. ONPASSIVE is registered in the US, and it is to work with the different governments, with the rules and regulations, being compliant in each of those countries, to work online and to work with brick. There are currently over 4.6 billion internet users. There are people online already who have been online with business shops and setups. And all of this is what is going to thrive post-pandemic. The restaurants are going to need help. Other companies are going to need support and functions that were not there and needed before this pandemic. ONPASSIVE has got a treasure chest of portfolios with products that will be addressing the education system, opportunity to be active in creating and moving forward within this company, or being completely passive. For me, my dream was answered. I have got a company building a business for me, and will continue to do so after it launches by bringing in customers who will be using the products that we have in this company. The position is called a founder. It's US dollars 97 plus 5 for the administration. And to be a founder, that will place you in the structure of the organization. And in a few months, there will be the opportunity to pay your activation fee as we go into the global launch. And when that happens, the founders' positions will close and they will never be available again. So to be a founder in this company is probably in the 1% of how this business will be growing post-launch as well. When you think of the companies that are out there right now, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Alibaba, and those large companies that we are currently using, ONPASSIVE is not recreating the wheel, but they are taking the knowledge of what is there and available already, and they are enhancing it through the artificial intelligence to make it more secure, faster, more safe and secure, as I've just said, but also to be able to transmit the data internationally in fractions of seconds. If you go on social media, most of what you post there is not yours. It's not private. It can be used by anybody and the company in any manner in which they see fit. Safety and security is of great importance to our CEO, and this is the foundation of what he is building, as is the speed, as is the ability to communicate and connect in peace and harmony and joy. I worked on cruise ships where we were listed as crew members at times of 200 countries being represented on the cruise ship manifest. I know how peacefully we got together and how special it was when we were working and doing things that we were enjoying. And that's what the feeling is for ONPASSIVE. And that's one of the main reasons why I joined. When I heard that we would be global, I was ecstatic, because the world is such a smaller place than it was decades ago, and the ability to talk to family and friends over a secure platform that is not going to abuse the children, that is not going to take our information and sell it again, and that we can have privacy and security in knowing all of this for a small amount of money is huge, in my opinion. The educational platform called Academy is going to enable educators from kindergarten right the way up to post-university education to have their courses taught online in the different languages around the world. Universities are getting intrigued by this opportunity and this option of safety again and security and having larger classrooms, again, considering the pandemic, in safety. Being able to communicate online with loved ones and family and friends around the world. what an amazing feat this is going to be. So many people have learned through the pandemic how to do this on their computers, but to do so safely now is the joy that ONPASSIVE is going to bring to so many families. This company has created this treasure chest of products, as I mentioned, and portfolios that are 100% automated, completely done for you in a passive or active manner. Again, choice. If you wish to just have it done for you and created by the business, by ONPASSIVE itself, you will still receive a residual passive income because you are a founder. If you in turn choose to share this with people that you know would benefit from it, be it in terms of an extra financial stream of income, whether it's those businesses that we mentioned earlier that are looking for extra traffic, extra marketing, extra help in getting back on their feet again, this is the time to do it. This is the incredible opportunity that you will be giving to somebody else as you help them through it. And for people who you know who want to help others around the world, we have a portfolio called Oh Bless. Now, many of you may be familiar with the current businesses, crowdfundme, other aspects where you can donate, as well as other charities and events and organizations whereby when you donate, you are sending money to a cause that you believe in. I'm not sure if you will realize, though, that between 15 and 30% of the monies that are actually raised are held back for administration purposes and salaries and other actions of that organization. Oh Bless, through our CEO, has promised and committed to sending 100% of the monies that are sent to it for an event or a charity or a need that is out there. 100%. That's up to an additional 30% that a charity or a country or a school might need and might be receiving over and above what is available now in the conventional businesses that are currently operating. The operating fees and costs of Oh Bless are going to be absorbed by the corporate company of ONPASSIVE. That's huge. So if you want to have something that you can trust, that you can share with your fellow philanthropists, with humanitarians, with people who want to make a difference in the world, this alone is a reason for you to explore and jump on as a founder right now. Because at this time, as I mentioned, with 683,000 people, when you are able to put your cause in the back office, you already have founders who are going to see that and want to help you. When this launches to the public and the public starts to see this, the money is there right away and 100% is going there. The founder's position, as I mentioned, is only available until the hard launch, and that is just a few months away from there. So the $97 fee to get in as a founder right now is true value. When we get to the soft launch, which is the next phase of this launching canal that we're started on, the price will be going up. We don't know yet to what amount, but it will definitely be going up. What is the difference between the two timings and the two prices? Honestly, absolutely nothing, except that you are paying more for exactly the same opportunity, and anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 people will have joined before you made that leap of faith and come in with us. $97 for some is nothing. It's a drop in the bucket. For others, it is something. So it is perspective that you are looking at in terms of the value of what you get in return for all of this opportunity. Marketing, I mentioned earlier, is something that is so important. And the leads and the ability of having proper industry leads sent to you, traffic is the word I was looking for. The traffic that is specifically sent to you in your business when you register through ONPASSIVE, what you do will be brand new leads that the company has actually cleaned and they are looking for the type of business that you are actually promoting and working yourself. So this traffic in and of itself is invaluable in terms of the people that can be brought and be made aware of your business. You will be able to click on the boxes in the back office, whether you want a city traffic area, you want to lead traffic to your business as a storefront, whether you want the national or whether you want the international traffic to let people know around the world of your business and what you do. The other very exciting aspect of this is that if you do happen to already have a company, it's your own, whether it's an MLM affiliate program that you're part of with products that you believe in. Our CEO was part of that industry for nearly 20 years, with some great successes and some failures. He was not able to duplicate for his downline what he was able to create and do. So with that in the back of his mind, he also created a plug-and-play section in the back of our ONPASSIVE office to enable us to put our affiliate program link in there to be promoted and marketed and to receive traffic to it if that's what we want to have done at no additional cost to what we are actually paying through the activation fee. Now, how does this all work? Once we pay our activation fee, we then are in the process of the company then purchasing and bringing in customers for us to the tune of a very, very exciting numbers in what they're doing, because they're doing and running the AI marketing campaigns through the background for the founders. But a very conservative number is after 1 year, we could have 1 million customers. 100 million customers by the end of the first year after launch. The numbers are staggering, and that's why I sometimes still trip over them, because we're not just talking millions, we are talking tens of millions, we're talking hundreds of millions. We have to expand our own thought forms in this company and how we view this, because it is so much bigger than what so many of us are working with right now. Exciting, daunting, it's amazing. But this is where we are a part of it. So the company is in essence going to be building your company through bringing in customers who are purchasing products from the menu of ONPASSIVE every month, and we in turn are paying a monthly fee out of the commissions that are generated for us by the company that is bringing in the customers who were purchasing, and we receive the commissions from. I hope you follow that flow and that cycle, because as we open up and we pay our activation fee, that is the contract between ONPASSIVE and ourselves that gives them the ability to continue to build with the customers that they are bringing in for us. The customers then are sent to our founders' positions, and they then purchase, and they in turn give us commissions that we take out as cash after we pay our next monthly fee. So this is a concept with so many different aspects to it that is so much larger than what we are able to sometimes get our minds around in the first hearing. And the best thing to do is to ask your questions now and to see how we can help you, because the panel here are very, very well versed, not only in the company, but also in experience in their own fields and professional areas, as well as corporate America, corporate Canada, and other countries in terms of what is possible. On this call tonight, we are represented already with visitors and guests who've joined us with the US, Canada, the UK, we have Papua New Guinea, we have Africa, we have South America here, we have the Philippines, we have France, and this is exactly what this is all about, this magnificent world of ours, represented and working together to make the world a better place for our highest good and the highest good of all. I think I have left many gaps for my wonderful colleagues on the panel. Mike, Dan, Marty, please, I need your help to help fill this Swiss cheese to make it look like a really good piece of cheddar. Go for it, Mike. Thank you.
You know, Robin, you've done a really, really great job of giving them an overall view of ONPASSIVE, and absolutely awesome. But what I'd like to do is really drill down on a couple of things, especially for the new people that are here, and kind of tell you what ONPASSIVE is going to do for you personally. In other words, we're here to build wealth, build a residual income, and that's what you came to hear. How is ONPASSIVE going to do that for you? I want you to keep in mind, it is a self-funding business. You'll come in once, you'll pay once, you'll never have to go out of pocket again. How does all this work? In order to explain that, I need to talk about the product side and the customer side. And Robin touched on the products, and the products of ONPASSIVE, they are multi-billion-dollar niches. Every product that ONPASSIVE gets into, it is a multi-billion-dollar niche. It is absolutely massive. Here's what ONPASSIVE is going to do for you and I, okay? They're going to come in, again, ONPASSIVE is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology. They're going to come in and they're going to go to their toolbox. And what they're going to do for each and every one of us is they're going to build us a sales platform. Okay. Then they're going to hook it up to AI. When they do that, this is really, really important. When they hook it up to AI, your business becomes 100% automated. That's really, really important for most of the people coming online because they just don't have the skill sets to succeed online. And it takes years and years. Most people don't have the aptitude or the time to do that. But ONPASSIVE is going to hook their sales platform with AI, makes it 100% automated. Then they're going to start driving traffic. Again, traffic is another product of ONPASSIVE, and it is a multi-billion-dollar niche. I think the niche of traffic on the overall ecosystem online is about $1 trillion in revenue a year. And ONPASSIVE is better than anybody I've ever seen at driving traffic. And Marty, Dan, and I, we drive traffic, and we do it very, very well. When we saw what Ash Mufareh does, we were just impressed because it's absolutely phenomenal. So he's going to start driving traffic for all of us. And ONPASSIVE is primarily a customer-based business. And as people come in and use the products of ONPASSIVE, those people are going to land under each and every one of us. And we get paid when they land under us. It's a lot like working for a corporation and getting a commission sales. You make a sale for $100, you make 10%, you make $10. That's kind of how it's going to work, but it is going to work. It's going to work in such mega ways. You can't believe the amount of wealth that's going to be coming into ONPASSIVE. So as we look at ONPASSIVE, 100% automated, they're going to build the sales platform for us, AI, artificial intelligence, 100% automated, drive traffic for us. And they do that for us. Those customers are going to land under each and every one of us. And from that, we get paid. Now, before I turn it over to Marty, Pam, and Dan, I want to talk about the products just real quick and the volume. When you look at the products of ONPASSIVE, they are massive. If we look at Academy, the educational platform, and we look at OStaff, which is an HR platform, those two niches alone are $500 billion. Now, I don't know how much of that market ONPASSIVE is going to take, but I know the products of ONPASSIVE, they're built from the ground up, they're proprietary, they're cutting edge, brand new technology, superior at a lower price point. I think that's all I have to say. Lower price point, superior, lower price point. And when you look at any of these niches, I believe ONPASSIVE will come in and take 20%, 30%, 40% of each one of the niches that they're in. And right now they're in over 50 niches, and all of the products are the same. They are superior at a lower price point. And when you think about all of those individuals coming in, landing underneath us, if you're a founder in ONPASSIVE, you've locked your position in the company and the pay structure. If you are a founder in a very, very short period of time, you are going to find a way not only to take care of that income, get residual income coming in, but build wealth and get to a place where you don't even think about finances. This is why we're here in ONPASSIVE. You're going to have a lot of questions about ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is massive. There's a lot of moving parts. As we launch to the world in the next couple of months, ONPASSIVE will launch to the world as a unicorn company. That is a company that has a value of over $1 billion. And Ash Mufareh, the CEO of ONPASSIVE, his goal is to share the majority with you and I. And when I say the majority of the wealth, I'm talking about 50, 60, 65% of the wealth. And when you think about the millions of customers that are going to be coming in, landing underneath us, and what that's going to do to your bottom line, I want you to dream very, very big, okay? Most of the people that come into ONPASSIVE, they come at me and they say, well, I want to make an extra $500 or $1,000. And I just shake my head because that's a fait accompli. It's a done deal. The money's there. I want you to think bigger because ONPASSIVE in my mind, Marty's mind, Dan's mind, I believe OnPassive over time will become the largest company in the world. I believe they're going to change the internet. And as we launch to the world, the hard launch, there is going to be an explosion online and everybody will know about OnPassive. And I can tell you, you'll either come in as a founder, participate with OnPassive and take care of that bottom line, or you'll come in as a customer, because there will be something in OnPassive for everybody online. Those 4.6 billion people, they will come on and use the products of OnPassive. They are that good. And when we look at it in those terms, we're just in a really, really unique position. I don't think this happens very often, maybe once in a lifetime, where you find something that will actually change your life. That is OnPassive. Robin, you did a great job overall presentation of OnPassive. I just wanted to really drill down how you're going to make money. OnPassive will do it for you. Marty, Pam, Dan, take it from there.
Okay, let me take it. Great job, both of you. Together, there's really nothing left to say. So good night. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be quick. I've been online 17 years. The last 10 looking for something where everybody had an even playing field, and OnPassive is it. Why? It's automated. They do everything for you. You can't get any easier than that. People say, well, I don't know anything about the products. You don't have to. They do it for you. Well, I don't like getting, you don't have to. They do it for you. Anything I can think of, it's done for you. And we can market, but you know what was really painful? Bringing people in and you couldn't duplicate what you did. And by the way, most gurus can't, no matter what they tell you. That's why it's always the same 3 or 4 people walking across the stage with a 90-foot check, because they can't duplicate what they're doing. And with OnPassive, everyone's a pro, and it's all in automation. I want to turn it over to Dan Street. I've worked with Mike and Dan. Dan comes from the professional field, and he can give you some insight of what he saw and give you some of his feelings about it.
Well, thanks, Mike, Marty, Robin. That was an outstanding presentation. You know, one of the things I was sitting here thinking about is we all have our story. We all have our story of how we have our dreams of getting involved in some type of a work from home project where we can relieve our financial stress and get out of the rat race and all that. Well, Robin is a perfect testimony of persistence. I think that she wouldn't give up. That's what I think about her. I just think of, she overcame a lot of obstacles, but she wouldn't give up on a dream to work from home, work online, and but like all of us, we haven't really found that opportunity that really would stick with us and provide all of the things that we need to achieve all of our dreams, and that's where I come in on this thing, is that I have my story, and mine started about 15, 20 years ago when I wanted to dabble in MLM marketing and network marketing. And like Marty and Mike and a lot of you out there, I failed in a lot of those endeavors. And it wasn't because I wasn't working hard, or it wasn't because I wasn't recruiting people, but I couldn't recruit people fast enough before they would quit. And they would quit because they weren't making any money, because they were required to recruit to get paid. You've all heard the story a million times. I had a 28-year career in medical device sales. And the reason I wanted to get out of that is because it was a high-stress business. Brief description of what I had to do for 28 years was we provided the instrumentation and the implants for joint replacement surgery. I was a consultant for those products in the operating room with the doctor for 28 years. So I'm watching people get operated on for 28 years. Very high stress, have to have everything there. Everything has to be perfect. I'm always on call. And I was looking for something else. I was looking for something that stress, and above all, give me the time freedom that I wanted. I didn't want to be on call. I didn't want to work a schedule where I couldn't plan anything. I couldn't plan a vacation. I couldn't plan. So I'm not complaining. I think a lot of us have jobs that we go to every day where we just 70% of the people that go to their job every day would rather be somewhere else. That's just a fact. But we do it because we have our obligations. Now, wouldn't it be great to get involved with some type of a company that you enjoyed doing what you were doing? You were helping people all over the world. You were nurturing relationships and getting relationships with people from all over the world. And you were getting paid a true residual income. And what I mean by a true residual income is that when you sell it once, when you share it with somebody once, it keeps paying you over and over and over again without you having to resell it over and over and over again. Okay, and that's what Ashby Flora is providing for us. We pay, like Mike and Robin said, we pay a one-time fee to become a founder, which gives us the opportunity to build more streams of income. Then we pay a one-time subscription fee, and that's it, out of pocket. And the company will create an internet business for you. That is the key to this business. You do not have to do anything if you don't want to. The company creates an online internet business for you. So that's my brief description. Another thing I was thinking about was the fact that we all reflect back, and I heard Robin reflecting back on her career and how she traveled all over the world and how blessed she was to meet all the people and develop all the relationships she had all over the world. Well, we're doing that right now with ONPASSIVE. We're developing relationships all over the world. And it's very exciting because we're seeing leaders pop up all over the world big time. And they're taking their business to the next level. So that's very exciting. And the other thing I was thinking about is that we're healing. I look back on my career and I think, oh gosh, what a stressful career. But then I look back and I say, you know what? I walk out of that operating room and I look at that and a very successful surgery, and I say, I helped that person. I was part of helping that person get on that road to healing. And I think we're all on that road to healing and finding something that, in a constant search for something that will change our lives. And we can guarantee you that this will change your life. Mike talked about guaranteed success. Well, he's not kidding. This is guaranteed success. And they will force you to be successful with this business because they will create an internet business for you. So that's all I have to say. We're throwing it out there for questions. Anybody that has any questions that we haven't hit on or answered, we're happy to stay here and answer some questions for you. So I'll turn it back over to you, Robin, or Marty, or whoever.
We're going to give it to Pam. Pam, but first let me say one thing. If you have a question, this is for the guest. If you are a founder, we love you, but we have a founders Q&A on Monday every week. In fact, last week it was 5 hours long. So there's plenty of time to ask questions there. This is geared towards the guest. So if a guest has a question, Pam will call your name out. I'll bring you on. You can ask your question and we'll get you the answer. Thank you.
Well, I'm looking through. I don't, I see one hand up. Hang on a second. Let me find out who that is. I'm not quite sure how to figure this one out, guys. Almost looked like Marty's hand was up. Hang on, let me look.
While you're bringing the first one on, Pam, I want to say a couple things. You're hearing a lot about sales and bringing people in and making sales and that kind of stuff. ONPASSIVE is 100% automated. You don't have to sell, you don't have to share, you don't have to recruit, you don't have to do any of that. And the remarkable thing about ONPASSIVE, as people come in, as customers come in and land underneath you, you don't even have to manage those customers. ONPASSIVE does all of that for you. As you come into ONPASSIVE, a lot of people say it is the perfect passive business, but it's not perfect. It's not passive in my mind. You have to come in and you have to manage your money, the money you're going to be making. And then there are ways that you can cut time frames. If you want to get to that place where you're financially secure quicker, there are ways to do that within ONPASSIVE, and we can share those ways with you as you come in and become a founder. But as we look at ONPASSIVE, yes, it is a global business. It's unlimited. There are no caps. ONPASSIVE will never put a cap on how much you can make by adding qualifications, what you have to do. They'll never do that. And as we look at unpassive, always keep in mind AI 100% automated, not 100% passive, because we want you to come in and manage the money you're going to make. And then from there, there are things that you can do very, very simple. And it really is just unleashing on passive to actually cut those time frames and get to a place where you're financially secure quicker, rather than in 6 months, you do it in 3 months. It really is that simple. Pam, are you getting her worked out?
I'm not.
No,
I'm sorry.
there's no one. There's one person, Galaxy 59. I tried to bring them on and they can't come on. And there's no one else and no questions. Now, either we're really, really good or they're afraid. Oh, I got one person. Hold on. We're going to bring on Christine. She should be coming on any second.
There she is.
Thanks, Marty.
Yep.
Christine,
Christine, unmute yourself and ask your question. Hopefully we can give you a good answer. Hello.
Yeah, I've been, can you hear me?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, great. I'm not sitting in my office at the moment. It's very, very hot here. Anyway, is there a place where you can go and see a business plan?
I tell you what I can do, Christine. I can actually, we're recording what we had tonight, and I can send that to you along with another video that explains the business. You know, there's different ways of, but I can send you what we did tonight in a recording, and then you can go forward and backward and listen to what was said if you'd like.
I would love that.
Okay.
I listen to this and I see lots of great, nice looking people, and you're talking, but I need to see some solid backing in what you're saying. And I think there's a lot of other people on here that would also like to see some solid backing of actual numbers and how things are laid out. I'm a very driven numbers kind of person, and I really like to see how everything works together. So that's why I'm asking about a business plan.
Yeah, let me take that a little bit, Marty. Yeah, Marty can send you a couple of videos, this Zoom and another one that goes over the business from top to bottom, everything in between. But let me talk about Ash Mufareh and unpassive just a little bit. Unpassive has been in the works for about 2.5, 3 years. And it has been a progression from the developing of the products and the developing of the business model. And today, Ash Mufareh has an office in Hyderabad and in Florida. The office in Hyderabad has 600 technicians right now that he employs. It's a 9-story building. They have the whole building. And that'll give you an idea that Unpassive is a brick and mortar store. And the products that they've developed have all been developed in Hyderabad from the technicians that are there. Those individuals, if you know anything about the high-tech world, Hyderabad is the hub of India for high-tech development. They call it high-tech city. And the individuals that are in Hyderabad that are working for Unpassive today, they are the brightest of the brightest. And the technology that they've come up with truly is remarkable. Now, right now, I'll go over the launch a little bit so you'll understand what's happening with Unpassive right now. Right now, we are in the pre-launch, and Unpassive is starting to release the products to the founding members so that we can review them. We can look at them, review them, touch them, all of those things. And as we go into the soft launch, pre-launch is for the release of the products. As we go into the soft launch, we're actually going to be able to use the products. And obviously, it's a testing period, a beta period. And Ash wants us to go in there and try and break the products. We're not going to be able to do that. They're absolutely superior. But we actually have the opportunity to go in, use the products, feel the products. And as we do that, and if you're on board and a founding member, you're going to find that the products of Unpassive, they're just going to blow you away. Dan, Marty, and I, we've had the opportunity to review a lot of these products. They're absolutely terrific. And obviously what that foretells is the amount of customers that are going to be coming in, because that's how we get paid. Customers come in, they buy the products, that customer lands underneath you, you get a percentage of whatever they're paying for that product. And as we look at unpassive, you know, Ash Mufareh, he about a year and a half ago, he got together with his traffic sources and he talked to them and he asked them, you know, we want to launch in about 30 days. Are we ready to go? And the guys that run the traffic, they flat out told Ash, you're not ready. The amount of people that are going to be coming in, you're not ready to handle that capacity. And that started the whole journey of developing and building unpassive the way it should be built. And when we look at the first year, these same people that are going to be driving traffic for unpassive, they've already predicted that the first year unpassive will have 100 million customers coming in and using the products of unpassive. Now that is absolutely massive. It's never been done in the history of business, online, offline, never been done before. So what Ash has done with structuring unpassive with the products of unpassive, it really is remarkable. And you're going to have the ability to come in and actually look at these products, because unpassive, you have to remember, they are a product-based business. We are going to be selling products to the whole ecosystem, the online ecosystem. And the products are key to everything, along with AI. And AI is one of the products of unpassive, artificial intelligence. That's really, really important. Without artificial intelligence today, it's really, really hard to compete. Now, I don't know if I'm answering your question, but I'm giving you kind of a feel of what unpassive has gone through. And Marty will send you a video that goes over everything unpassive, head to tail. You'll know exactly how it works and how it kind of evolved and that kind of stuff. It's about a 20-minute video. It's not real long, but it'll give you an idea of what unpassive is. And from there, you can come on and ask more questions. And there really aren't any questions we can't answer. Marty is in contact with Ash weekly, a couple times a week. So we get the skinny pretty quick. So I don't know if that helped or not.
Well, everybody that I've talked to about unpassive, and I've seen a video that sort of flashes a whole bunch of stuff, but it doesn't really show, you know, okay, this is this, and this is what this does, and this is this, and this is what this does, and it just sort of flashes. We have this, but it just flashes and is not. There's no depth to it. And so it leaves me with a whole bunch of questions because I'm a numbers person. And
yeah.
So we're supposed to be paying this money in. Where does the money go? How is the money used? And how do you get commissions? And how deep does it go? And all of that. So there's, you know, is there a spreadsheet somewhere that shows how the numbers flow?
That's a really, really good question. Let's talk about where the money's going, okay? As you come in and become a founding member, it's $97 plus a $5 fee. That $97 has gone into a bank account. Ash hasn't touched that money yet. And what that $97 is going to be used for is to drive traffic for the founding members. And the reason he's going to drive traffic for the founding members, again, is to bring in customers. And as they land underneath you, you get paid. So that's how we get paid, as a customer lands underneath you. And unpassive is doing all of this. So the $97 is sitting in a bank. Ash will use that money. And today there's about $70 million in that account. Okay, so there's a lot of money there. And he's going to use it to drive traffic. As we come in to the soft launch, the founding membership fee is going to go up. And it's going to go up because of the value of unpassive has increased so much. But I want to talk about the hard launch. It'll give you an idea of where the money is and where it's going. As we all come into unpassive, when we go into the hard launch, founders, we will all come in and we will become customers. That fee is going to be about $250, give or take. Ash hasn't shared the exact amount yet, but it's going to be right in that range. For that amount of money, we get all the products of unpassive. And today there are about 50 products of unpassive. And then we'll go into the back office, click a button, become independent resellers of the IT product. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but I went over that because that's how unpassive can pay us. We have to have the title of independent reseller of the IT product. And then as unpassive goes out and brings customers in and they land underneath us, they can pay us. But paying the membership fee, becoming an independent reseller of the IT product, it gives unpassive the ability to go to work for us. And what they're going to do is they're going to go into their IT products and they're going to go into the automated marketing platform, and they're going to pull out all the tools necessary to build a sales funnel for you, specifically for you. And that's when they're going to hook it up to AI, and then they're going to drive traffic through it, and again, bring customers in. So that's kind of the working gist of how the launch is going to go. And the real money comes in when we go into hard launch. And the amount, I can tell you the amount of customers we believe will be coming in the first year. And all that does is it gives you an idea of the volume that's going to be coming into your team. Really, that's all it does. And that's about 100 million customers the first year. All of those individuals, they land underneath one of us. They land under all of us. A certain percentage of them will land under each one of us. Sorry about that, but I get tongue-tied from time to time. But that's how it's going to work, Christine. Again, Marty will send you a video. It's about 20 minutes. It'll go over everything head to tail. And really what that video will do is give you the opportunity to have more questions for us, because you will. ONPASSIVE is massive. They are a massive company right now. And going into hard launch, the reason it's taken 3 years to get to hard launch is because they're as big as they are. And we believe that as we launch to the world, ONPASSIVE will be probably one of the largest companies in the world over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. That's how big they are. And that's saying a lot, because there's a lot of big businesses out there like Amazon or Google or Apple or some of the big tech companies out there. They're going to wonder what hit them when ONPASSIVE comes out. So I don't want to keep talking. If you have more questions, throw them at us.
Okay, so this sounds to me like it's a little bit like Amazon trying to replace what Amazon does, but in a high-tech world. Is that correct?
No, not at all.
No.
It's better off. Let me send you the info, and then you can look at it, and then you'll come up with you'll know more, so you can ask more different questions. It's not Amazon. Amazon doesn't create anything. They just deliver from point A to point B. This company is actually from scratch making each product there is, and each product that ONPASSIVE has developed are all out there in the market being sold, but they're superior to what they have out there. Because what's out there is Zoom. This Zoom right here costs $10,000 a month, and all of the packages in ONPASSIVE will be somewhere around $350, to give you an idea of what the difference in value is. This is about 10 grand a month. So it's a big deal. But it's better if I send you the info, and then you can look at it and then come back to another one, or ask the person who invited you, and then you can break down the questions.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Hey, now, Christine, I put in the chat. If you click on chat, I got my email there. Write me and say, this is Christine. I want all the info you got, because obviously you love info. So I'm going to pile you up with some.
Okay, so I put my email in the chat.
No, my email's in the chat. Write me and I'll send you all the stuff.
Okay, so this is your email, onpassive@gmail?
ONPASSIVENation@gmail.com. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Robin, you don't have to raise your hand. You have something to say, come on in.
Yeah.
The other question that we do get a lot of, and is asked frequently, is how much are the commissions going to be? And people are always saying, well, what can we expect? How can we start to calculate? And how do we start to move forward with that? The truthful answer in this, looking you right in the eye, straight on, is that we don't know. And why don't we know? Because each customer who comes in is going to choose what they want out of the menu from the products that we have in ONPASSIVE. So each individual person will be using according to what they need. And it is the commissions that we will then be receiving from those purchases. So truly it is honestly being said that we do not know, and we cannot give an answer as to how much commission we can expect to see. Now, having said that, I would take it a step further in saying that the second month in, would give you your base figure as to what your potential commission earning base could be after we launch. Because that is once the company is already bringing in the customers and they are already being put under the founder positions. And they in turn then are purchasing whatever it is that they want. So if that helps you as well with numbers, it's not that we're being vague or difficult when we get asked some of these questions, but a lot of them do truly depend on the purchasing of the customer who comes in post-launch. So again, hope that helps those of you with that question.
And one other thing I'll add to that too, Christine, is the fact that Ash is the payment plan that he's going to pay all of us on is proprietary, and he hasn't shared all of the details with us. We know basically how we're all going to get paid. We know kind of what the fee is per month that we're going to be paying for all of the products, but it's going to be probably, as far as just thinking about how you're going to get paid and how much you're going to get paid, just we always say add a couple zeros to the end of what you think it's going to be. You know what your goal is, what your dream is of what you want to make a month. With Ash sharing probably over 70% of all the revenue that he brings in, it's going to be more than your wildest dreams. It's going to be more than I've ever made. That's for sure.
Yeah, I ran some numbers really just a couple of days ago, and I asked Marty if I could share them with everybody, and he said no. And he said that because of the legal guys. They don't want us to talk about money right now. But I can tell you, if you look at the average that people pay out in the industry, it's about $3 for individual that lands underneath you, about 18%, and that range goes anywhere from 18% to 43%. Ash Mufareh is going to be paying out more than that. He's probably going to be in the 50, 55, 60% range of all the profits coming into ONPASSIVE will go out to us as founding members. And if I could share the numbers with you, I could tell you running them out 18 months, very, very, very conservative, would blow your mind. And this is for an individual that comes in, does nothing, and lets ONPASSIVE build the business for them. Okay? 18 months later, ONPASSIVE bringing in one person for each individual on your team, the numbers are outrageous. But I can't really go there because I'll get in trouble with legal, because the compensation plan is proprietary. But believe me, you will not be disappointed. And once you review the video, you're going to have some really, really good questions for us, and we absolutely love that.
Why is the compensation plan proprietary? Like every other business I've ever been in lets you see the compensation plan. Why won't they let you see the compensation plan?
I'll tell you why it's proprietary. It's proprietary because it's never been done before. What Ash Mufareh is doing with the compensation plan has never been done before. It's never been seen before. And he does not want the industry to see what we're doing right now. And when you think about Ash and the amount of money he's going to share with us, it's not 18 or 20 or 30%. It's a really, really big number. And he doesn't want the competition to get a leg up on what we're doing as far as the compensation program goes. Also, the people he employs, he doesn't want them to see it because they would quit and become founding members. Okay?
So what's wrong with that?
Because we need these individuals to build all the products.
It would be better if you I can send you the info. There's some stuff we don't know. And by the way, you could wait until it launches. Everybody in the world will see it. All the info that you're probably nervous about will be out in the open, and you can join them. You don't have to be a founder. This will be years and years to come. So if you're not comfortable and you're not sure, I wouldn't do it. I would wait until launch time. But I can give you all the info and all that. But, I mean, when you compare it to other companies, if we want to do that, most other companies fold in 19.
Comparing this to other companies could
Are
be.
people getting paid, or are they just sitting here waiting for 3 or 4 years until they finally get paid?
So the reason partly,
is the
if I may,
society,
the
right?
reason, sorry, you're breaking up, but if I may, I worked on cruise ships and we used to have something called sea drills, that if the ship was not seaworthy, there would be a leak. It would spring a leak and it would sink. This company is being put together piece by piece, brick by brick, and having been in it since 2019, I can say this with full confidence. I have seen each step by step, fully understanding that those of you who are guests on board this evening, hearing this possibly for the first time, seeing the size of what we are presenting to you, it does seem, how is this possible? And there will be a lot of questions. Remember, I, as an example, have had 2.5 years to learn all of this. First time out of the gate, it is a lot of information to take in. But the integrity of the CEO and products that are created, bar none, are going to be something that the world has never seen before. And so it will launch and it will provide everything that the people are questioning right now once we have launched. Legal right now is protecting the company as well as everything that is being done and created proprietarily. Every other company has their own aspects that they will not divulge. Every company. So we are fortunate that we've got this amount of information, and we are happy to answer questions of the more general nature at this point, because as a founder, when you have the opportunity to be on the calls with the CEO, as the information is released, so he tells us. But it is not something yet that can be brought out publicly, which we fully understand in terms of the magnitude of the size of what this company is. So you are questioning correctly. This is something that, you know, so many people do because it is quite different. But unfortunately, we cannot answer all of those very, very specific questions at this time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello. Hello.
There's Larry.
Hi, Cynthia. I think Larry was next on the
Okay.
on the panel.
Okay.
If
All right.
if you just don't mind waiting just another minute, okay? Larry, do you want to go ahead with your question? Unmute your mic. Larry LaCroix. Are you there? Okay, Cynthia. Yeah, scared him right off. You go ahead, Cynthia. Thanks for waiting.
Yes. A pleasant good evening to all. And my name is Cynthia Wilson from the Bahamas. And I'm a founder. And I would like to commend the organizational skills that I picked up in terms of leadership in ONPASSIVE. And coming out of the financial service, I'm a retired chief financial controller in the Bahamas government in Nassau, Bahamas. And this is very, very profound. I'm learning this company and I see where a lot of groundwork, thinking, thought, preparation has done in this business. And I concur with the lady, I didn't get her name, is that in the beginning of a business and you're still, so to speak, doing plans and skills and organizational skills in terms of the administration of the business, there are some things that sometimes the founder and the administrators are working on, that even though we are part sure to release certain things to us as founders until everything has become legalized and finalized in terms of administration. And I think I just want to employ and congratulate the entire administration of UnPassive as a business person and a professional. it speaks volume, and I'm so happy and privileged that I am a part of it, and I look forward to see greatness in Unpassive. I like what I hear tonight, that we know, or there's some things were said, but in other words, we cannot release it right now. And yes, there are legal ramifications that are in place in all businesses, and you get the okay and sanction to go ahead and reveal it to the partners, which is foundation founders. And I am very, very pleased with what I hear tonight as a professional myself. And I say hats off to each of you. And I'm very, very happy that I am a part, and I'm looking forward. And one more thing I wanted to say is that when you're dealing with monies, one can have a foresight as to, or forecast in the accounting terms, as to what percentage. But the fact is, one cannot do that right now until all of the S's and the EDs and the I, NG, and the comma has been put in place. So when you launch and when you say it is 1%, then you wouldn't have to go back, or people may mistrust a person and say, well, he say this or she say that. So it speaks volume of the leadership with Unpassive. I really, really could not come of this Zoom unless I said that I am so pleased with what I hear from the professional world, from y'all tonight. And I say, to God be the glory. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak.
Thank you so much, Cynthia. And the lady that spoke before you was Christine, and she crazy questions. That's excellent. Marty, I don't see any more people on the list here with hands up.
Nope.
What an amazing evening, and I thank you all very much. Has anybody got anything more they want to say real quick?
I just want to let everybody know we have meetings off and on all week. We have another one on Saturday at 11 a.m. If you weren't able to make this one and you get the recording, we have one on Tuesday, 2 p.m. This one again next Thursday night at 8:30. Bring a guest, and if you want to see it again, sometimes you got to see it a few times to understand what it's about. Other than that, I say good night and God bless everyone.
Thank you all for being here. Very good evening. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night,
God bless
everybody.
you. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.